This is the morning swim show for Friday, June 10th, 2011. I'm your host, Peter Bush. In the Finish Monitor today, she's the reigning Olympic champ in the 100 backstroke. Natalie Coughlin joins us right now from Lafayette, California. Hello, Natalie. Welcome back to the show. How you doing?
Good. Thanks for having me.
Staying busy, I see?
Yeah, I've been traveling quite a bit between competition and family things and, sponsor obligations. So it's been hectic, but it's all been good.
We're always hearing about the things you do outside the pool to stay in shape. Yoga, Pilates, surfing. What percentage of your training time would you say is actually in the water?
Personally, I think it's about 50% actually in the pool training. I do quite a bit of, Pilates and running and weights and body surfing when I can. And I definitely focus more on cross training than a lot of other athletes, and definitely even more so than the rest of my team, even though they focus a lot on cross training. But I'd say about 50-50.
Would you say that's increased over the years for you?
Yeah, it definitely has. The pool time has gotten shorter for me over the past, I'd say, 2-3 years. And rest and recovery just become 10 times more important. And every time I get in the pool, I want it to be really high quality and very race relevant. So that's why I do a little less swimming, even though it's probably more than a lot of people think. But or less practices, and every practice has a lot of focus to it.
So shorter yardage sets, more intensity, would that be accurate?
Definitely, more race specific. So basically every set that I do, I constantly asking myself, is this helping my 100 backstroke? Is this helping my 100 freestyle? If so, how? And how can I make it help those two events better? And that's kind of how I approach everything in training.
Who's the best overall female swimmer in the world right now?
Oh gosh, I don't know. There are a lot of really strong swimmers out there right now, and World Championships is just around the corner, and this is the first major competition for me, major international competition, really since the Olympics. Pan-Pacific Games were big and really important last year, but also, half of the world was missing with Europeans and all the other meets going on. So it'll be interesting and definitely challenging.
Because you're about as close as it gets, or at least in the past years, to a Phelps or Lochte that really attempts a lot of events. Would you recommend that to a younger swimmer who is as versatile as you, or do you think you can't get everything out of the meet that you might want?
I would never recommend anything to anyone unless they ask, but I've always enjoyed doing a lot of different events. I think it was really fun for me in college to, do a 200 free or 200 butterfly or an IM or a 500 free in addition to 100 back, 100 free. And it makes training a lot more interesting, and it's definitely difficult to juggle so many events. And the past few years, I think I've scaled back a little bit just so my training could be ultra focused. But I've been competing for 20 some odd years, and I am very thankful that I didn't just focus on one or two events, because I just get too obsessive, and I think it could be boring that way. So I think it's fun every once in a while to, do a 200 breast or, a different event, and it kind of just refreshes everything.
How many events do you hope to swim in London?
Ooh, I don't know. I hope to be there on the Olympic team, both individually and on relays. So that's my main goal. And right now I am focusing on 100 back and 100 freestyle, just because those are the events that I qualified for at World Championships. And I would expect myself to focus on those two next year. But you never know. Like last time, 200 IM was a last minute call for me, and it ended up working out very well with the bronze medal. So I kind of learned from that you could plan, but you could only plan so much.
You feel like you could swim a fast enough 200 free, though, to make the relay like you did last time? Or swim it perhaps not at trials, but in a position to get yourself on the relay?
You know what? I have not been focusing on the 200 free. I probably won't try for that relay, but you never know. Maybe I'll try another 200 between now and next summer. But I haven't done a single event over 100 meters since Beijing.
Well, your personal coach is the Olympic coach, so if Terry comes to you and says, Natalie, we need you on that 4x2, how do you say no to that?
I wouldn't say no, but I'd also make sure that I was, without a doubt, the best person to be added to that relay, especially when your personal coach is the head coach. You don't want any drama going on. So I would only accept a relay spot if I definitely deserved it. And right now I haven't done a single 200, so I have not earned that position.
I thought you were going to say make sure there's an oxygen tank at the finish line.
I don't know about that. Hopefully it won't be that ugly.
Well, I know you have a lot of interests outside of swimming. You're Dancing with the Stars. I think you still should have won.
Oh, thank you.
I'll say it. And I know you do too. You're a foodie. You love to cook. You love to eat. What's a pre-meet meal for Natalie Coughlin?
Oh, a pre-meet meal. My favorite kind of comfort food from when I was younger, and this is what my mom made me for breakfast, was just leftover rice, like fried up in the pan with some fried eggs and soy sauce. That was always one of my favorite things, and that's what I have for breakfast often. And now that I have 5 chickens that I have for eggs, and so we have an abundance of eggs, so my husband and I are constantly trying to figure out ways to use all the fresh eggs.
So you got the farm fresh eggs running around in the backyard out there. You cook up some fried rice, voila, gold medals are happening.
It's delicious.
Very cool. Well, you got Santa Clara coming up, right? You're going to swim at Santa Clara?
Yeah, I'm swimming at Santa Clara. I'm signing up for the 100 free and 100 backstroke, and I haven't decided if I'm going to go both the days of competition. But yeah, I'm excited. I've been going to Santa Clara since I was 12 years old. I remember, swimming the 50 free back then, and seeing people like Matt Biondi and Summer Sanders and Tom Yeager and like all these amazing swimmers, and that meet has a lot of history and has a lot of history for me personally. So I'm looking forward to it and really praying for good weather, because out here in California we've had a strange summer.
Well, as long as the weather's good, we can pretty much guarantee that you're going to swim well, because you've got the morning swim show reverse curse on your side.
Oh, perfect.
It's been in effect since 2008, never fails. And Alicia Coots from Australia just came on last week, goes and has the fastest time in the world in the 200 IM right after her interview. So the reverse curse is now upon you. So go forth and break records.
Oh, I will do my best.
Thanks, Natalie, for joining us.
Thank you. Have a good one.
All right, that's Natalie Coughlin joining us in the Finis Monitor from her home in California. That's it for today's show. I'm Peter Bush, reminding you to keep your head down at the finish.